Every day, people drive through the Arkansas River Valley. They pass familiar highways, familiar towns, and places they've probably never noticed. But hidden just off the road are landmarks that have shaped Arkansas for centuries. Places where history unfolded, cultures crossed paths, and the landscape itself tells a story. Most people never know what they're driving past. Today, we're changing that. We're exploring two of Arkansas's most remarkable and most overlooked historic landmarks to discover why they're worth far more than a glance from the car. We have been told that Dardanelle Rock is a must hike while in the Dardanelle area, and we've never been, so we're definitely going to go. Our friend Jonathan Willard, who is the assistant superintendent at Lake Dardanelle State Park, is going to take us up. And the only thing I know about it, if I'm remembering correctly, was that it was a lookout point during the Civil War.
We're here parked by the Arkansas River at the entrance to the Dardanelle Rock Nature Area Trail. We're early, never happens. We actually beat Jonathan, who is not late, we're just early. We've never beat someone we're meeting, I don't think ever. Like we meet Jay for the Corps and stuff. Might be our first time ever beating someone we're meeting because we're so behind and barely on time normally. We're here at the Dardanelle Rock Natural Area with Jonathan Willard, who is the
assistant superintendent with Lake Dardanelle State Park, Russellville, and then we also have a park in Dardanelle, but part of the Arkansas Department of Parks, Heritage, and Tourism, and Dardanelle Rock is a Arkansas Natural Heritage Commission site, which is part of the same agency, and since we are sister agencies together under ADPHT, we have helped with the maintenance of this site since 2020.
Anything really interesting, make sure I'm near you.
He was saying they rock climb here. You can see where they have things set permanently to hook into.
I don't see anything.
The chain?
Oh, yeah, chains. There's something I don't want to do. The trail to the top of Dardanelle Rock is short, less than a mile round trip, but don't let the distance fool you. Climbing roughly 250 feet in elevation, this hike packs plenty of punch into a relatively short distance climb. Many people don't realize Arkansas has earned a reputation as one of the premier rock climbing destinations in the eastern United States. With towering sandstone bluffs, hundreds of established routes, and world-class climbing areas scattered across the state, climbers travel from across the country to test their skills here. Dardanelle Rock is one more reminder of that.
So we're about halfway up the Dardanelle Rock hike here. What you're looking at straight ahead is the most recognizable part of Dardanelle Rock, the actual lookout point. So we're directly below that right here. The chains that are hooked in, this has long been a popular rock climbing area. And so you see some of the chains in through there, and it's a big recreational, outdoor recreation thing to rock climb. And so this has been a part of Dardanelle Rock for a really long time. Looking ahead, basically what we're doing now is we're gonna kind of finish our climb up, but we're just going down the base of the actual rock, and then there's gonna be an opening that we'll go up, and then, yep, and then we'll be at the top for the overall view. We're the most strenuous part's over, so that's the part I dread the most. With a lot of public lands in Arkansas, unfortunately graffiti has been a part of that. It's just a act of vandalism that's not really a good thing. It detracts from the natural beauty. And this area right here, one of my things, it used to be covered with graffiti, but over the last 5 years, through some partnerships on National Public Lands Day with some volunteer groups, such as Arkansas Tech Parks and Recreation students, and then some work with some of the Lake Dardanelle State Park staff, we've been able to use a biodegradable product and remove a lot of the graffiti off of these rocks that kind of detracted from the natural beauty. And the product's actually called, believe it or not, elephant snot. It's a biodegradable product, but it's commercially available, and it's basically a product that you have to be real careful and use good personal protective equipment to wear, but you apply it with a paintbrush to a rock area, and then you let it set for 20 minutes. You agitate it with a stiff brush, and then you have to use an element of pressure to get it gone. So like the farther up we get, that has actually been done with like a firefighting equipment called a bladder bag, where you use that as a pressure pump. But obviously it takes a lot.
Reach as easy.
Yeah, it obviously takes a lot longer. But on, you know, certain overlooks and places elsewhere in the state and everything, you know, having the pressure washer to use makes that a lot easier. But it doesn't harm any of the rocks, and it brings it back to its natural beauty. And, you know, and like we believe, like if you eliminate stuff that is elements of, you know, bad behavior, people are less likely to copycat and do that in the future and bring back natural beauty such as we have at Dardanelle Rock.
Like many places with a long history, Dardanelle Rock has its own share of legends. One of the most enduring tells of a Cherokee chief named Dardanelle who fell in love with a young woman. According to the story, they planned to meet here at sunset and begin a new life together. But when she never arrived, the heartbroken chief leapt from the rock into the Arkansas River below. Whether the story is fact or folklore, no one knows for certain, but legends like this have become part of the rich history that continues to surround Dardanelle Rock.
There's a gap in the rock we're going to be kind of coming through right here, and that's our ticket to the top.
Dardanelle Rock is one of the Arkansas River's most recognizable landmarks. Long before European settlement, Native American tribes, including the Cherokee, Osage, and Caddo, lived, traveled, and traded along these waters.
And then I'll get back in front there. There you go. Just follow your dad. So we're just going to be going kind of straight through here. There are people that come up here and like to go more towards the edges. We're gonna go right down the middle and take it safe. I would encourage younger kids to just do this little route we just did right here. This is, I mean, we're way away from the bluff right here, but it does require a little bit of scooting this way. So probably right through there would be the best way, but just kind of I do the old slide right here. But yep, either way is, again, we're away from the edge. Just this is one of our. All right, yep. Let's come right over here, and then I'll come right through here.
This is what we see. Yeah, we came on the bridge. We saw the.
You saw the rock.
Here, yeah.
This is what you're looking at, the landmark, and obviously this is pretty closely reminiscent to how the Arkansas River looked back before the lock and dam systems were built. When you're looking on the other side of Dardanelle Lock and Dam over here, you're getting into the Lake Dardanelle pool, and so it's a lot wider than what the river used to be, but the river did change some course. This obviously was a massive landmark for people that were early explorers looking for, you know, connections and stuff. You know, this has got a lot of historical significance from the early explorers to the time of the Civil War, just like as a wayside sign at the bottom had just a small skirmish in early 1865. But you can see as you're looking here, again, you got a great view of the Dardanelle Lock and Dam, the largest of the 18 locks and dams on the McClellan-Kerr Arkansas River navigation system. Very big structure there that the Corps of Engineers maintains. Corps of Engineers offices over there that you're looking at. Old Post Road Park and campground right there, the day use area there, the campsites, and then behind us is Mount Nebo, right over there, Mount Nebo State Park. The major Highway 7 bridge across the Arkansas, that crosses the Arkansas River. You're looking out out there south, you can actually make out the Walmart back that way, and then going south on Highway 7 out of town completely. So
Towards
going Centerville, yeah. And then beyond Mount Nebo, you're looking at the scope beyond. So I mean, you can see how significant this is. And honestly, if you look over this way, you see a water tower way over there in the distance, and that is the exit 84 in Russellville.
Oh, okay.
That's their water tower for city of Russellville. A person could almost make out Interstate 40 from there too. The little gap with it. The Arkansas River, the flow's a little bit up because of the nowhere near, any sort of flood stage or anything, but you can see that they're definitely releasing some water right now. Dardanelle Rock is synonymous with the early area and everything, and that's, we're standing right here at the scenic point that you're looking at.
In 1819, explorer and botanist Thomas Nuttall documented Cherokee communities here, preserving one of the earliest written accounts of life along the Arkansas River. As steamboats and settlers followed, the towering bluff became an important landmark for river travelers. During the Civil War, this commanding view of the Arkansas River made it a valuable observation point as Union and Confederate forces skirmished for control of this strategic waterway.
Pettigene a lot. And I noticed some things along the ridge that looked similar to the carpet rock or turtle rock stuff with some of the iron deposits. So I guess some of it's up here, so I guess being the Tri-Peaks region, probably some very similar rock types and formations between here and Pettigene.
Pettigene is right off of the Arkansas River as well. This Dardanelle Rock is, and so the geology and rock formations are all going to be very, very similar here in the Tri-Peaks region.
We are at Council Oaks Park, and from what we understand, a very, very long time ago, some Native Americans made a treaty here under this exact tree.
I looked it up this morning, 1823, 20-something, I think 23. And the funny story is, when Lindsay heard the name on the list of things to do here, Council Oaks, she said, I pictured Indians with a peace pipe sitting around a tree. And then we looked it up, and literally it's Cherokee Indians made a treaty. We're going to read which kind of treaty here between two oak trees, one of which is alive, one's gone. You can tell the one here is over 200 years old, which would make sense. So this one is here still, and they literally sat here and made a treaty, just like it sounds, Council Oaks. Upon this spot, under the Council Oak, Acting Governor Robert Crittenden and Chief Black Fox, the tribe spokesman, met in council April 1820 and made the treaty which gave to Arkansas all the Cherokee land south of the Arkansas River. This is incredible to see this on the banks of the Arkansas River and to see the tree where they met for the treaty, but just to see the location and where this happened and imagine that happening over 200 years ago.
And if you can see in the background, we have the Arkansas River. There's some really nice properties here. This house, wouldn't mind having that, but it's crazy to think about. Obviously, none of this was here. And this oak tree has stood here all this time. It's a white oak tree while all this development has happened, and if this tree could talk, the things this tree could say.
I would imagine the private property line ends here behind this park, and there's a yard with a chain link, and there's this big area of just, I guess, overflow, like where the river floods probably pretty regularly, a big flat area, and then I guess maybe this area where the houses are floods way less frequently, but you can tell where the river rises right here.
Dardanelle Rock and Council Oaks are more than just landmarks. They're reminders that Arkansas is filled with history hiding in plain sight. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to follow in our footsteps, pack your hiking shoes and put Dardanelle, Arkansas into your GPS. If you enjoy our videos, please consider supporting our work. You can do that by joining us on Patreon or becoming a paid YouTube channel member. We would appreciate it if you watched until the end. Put code word LEGEND in the comment section. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.